Hello everybody, I thought that I would commentate over some old gameplay from The Evil Dead. In 2023 I played a lot of this game. I played this game almost exclusively, so I have a lot of video footage of this game on my PlayStation that I really need to upload. And instead of just dumping the raw gameplay, I figured I would just commentate and chat over the top of it as well, in case anybody's unfamiliar with the game. And it's all ad-lib, there's no script. So, I'm playing as Ash from the first movie, and he's a support character, and we're against a Prestige 5 Baal, so he's a level 5 max rank demon, and Baal is the Master of Fear. He will constantly raise your fear levels and possess you, which will then allow him to level up really quickly, and if he finds you early game, it can be very tough to conquer him. So here we find a legendary chest straight away, which is lucky. The orange chests are legendary, and so Warrior Ash, he's the Ash from the third Evil Dead movie, Army of Darkness. He will benefit from that as a warrior. So as you see, Baal has found us at the castle, and he's going for me because I'm the support character, and he obviously wants to get me gone because I am the healer. If I drink cola next to the other team members, they will be healed, and I can also reduce their fear as well, which he doesn't want me to do, of course. And as you can see, he possessed me quickly then, and then he ran me into some enemies that he had spawned, and that's the thing that a Baal player will do. A good Baal player will possess you, run you into enemies that they've spawned, and it's hell from then on out basically. So I'm half health, my fear's high, I take a drink of cola to get myself healed back up, and I know he's after me and I know the map's nearby, so I'm just going to run for the map. It might give my teammates a little time to loot up and get some decent weaponry. And Pink F. Pink F is a temporary upgrade just for this particular match. So when you see an enemy go red like that, that means that the player has actually possessed an enemy unit, so he's in control of that. They become buffed, they're harder to take down, they have more attack power, more defense. So you have to work as a team to get rid of them. And there you can see me applying my Pink F to the fear stat. It doesn't do a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but every little helps. That just means that he won't be able to scare me and get my fear bar up quite as quickly and then possess me. You really do not want Baal to keep possessing you, as that is the top way that he can get experience to level his demon up in the match. So I light a fire here, because if you stand next to fires, it will reduce your fear. When you see the red circle appear above the enemies like that, that means you can do a finisher on them. So while Baal is focusing on my teammates, I figure, well, I'm going to run ahead while my fear's low, he can't see me on the map. I'm going to run ahead and quickly try and get the map piece. So you have to find 3 map pieces before you can collect the relic and the dagger, and we'll talk about those later. But yeah, I'm just quickly grabbing what I can. I'm the support, they don't need me there just yet, they're doing fine. But it is best to try and stick together, especially against a Baal player that knows what they're doing. If you're alone against a Baal, you're in big trouble. So interestingly enough, we have 2 warriors on this team, which is Warrior Ash and Scotty from the first Evil Dead movie. Scotty specialises in lumberjack axes, he's really powerful. And we also have Arthur, who is a leader, so he will buff us, he will buff melee attacks in particular when we're close to him, and he will help reduce our fear a little bit. So here is the yellow car, and the yellow car is the fastest car in the game. It's Ash's special car from the movie, and these are really useful for getting around the map. I got in the car there to try and get the demon's attention, because usually if the demon sees you jump in a car, they think, hey, they're off to do something, I'm going to possess the car and stop them. But He was too busy with my teammates there. Anyway, we jump into the car and we're off to one of the objectives. I assume we're going to go to the page. Yeah, there you possess the car there. Just jump back in. We're off to the page, which is next to the windmill, I believe. Yeah, it's near the windmill. So Warrior Ash is in quite bad condition at the minute. Low health, his fear's high. The red bar is the fear bar. He's got his line of fire to help Warrior reduce his fear. You can see he's standing next to the fire and his fear bar is reducing. As is his health, the demon's on our face now. He's coming for me because he knows I'm the healer. Also, when I do a heavy attack, if I do heavy attacks on enemies next to my teammates, they'll gain a small percentage of their health back as well. Also, if I headshot enemies, I will gain a tiny bit of health back. I think it's been a while since I played that. Or if I headshot an enemy and then my teammates shoot the enemy in the head, they will regain a small portion of their health back. It's not a lot, but every little bit helps. So here we activate the relic and we have to stay inside this blue circle now for about 2 minutes, I would say. We just duke it out in here for 2 minutes. It's a survival game at this point. So I picked up that legendary meat hammer, and it's kind of cool because it's a quick weapon, so I can try and get some health replenishment. I'm doing the heavy attacks quickly, but it's not exactly the best weapon. I think I'll switch this out at some point. And this is the nighttime version of the map. You also get a daytime version. Well, it's more sunset. So Warrior Ash, he dropped his chainsaw then, his legendary chainsaw, which is really powerful. He drops it because he knows he could get possessed. If the demon possesses Ash while he's in possession of the chainsaw, then that chainsaw is going to do a lot of damage to us because it's a powerful weapon. The demon gets the benefit of your weapon when they possess you, so you will often see a player drop a weapon if they're going to get possessed, especially if they know they've got a powerful weapon. One of the worst things is if a demon possesses a hunter, which is a ranged character who has a legendary gun, especially a shotgun, it can easily wipe out the whole team within a couple of seconds. So yeah, here he starts focusing me, trying to get me down. Again, because I'm the healer. He's trying to get me down, he knows I'm in trouble, and he does get me down. Well, luckily, the page is almost complete. You can tell it's almost complete because it's going blue at the top of the screen. See the page? It's turning blue. Once it reaches the full, once it's fully coloured blue, there we go. We get the relic. For each relic, you also get rewarded with a chest and a weapon. And so here we're just trying to recuperate, trying to get some resources back. Yeah, I get rid of that hammer. I prefer the, I forget what this is called, like a bow staff kind of thing. This is a quick weapon, it's got good range, it's good for helping my teammates heal up with a heavy attack. So I just plonk a bunch of pink Fs into my stats there. I think stamina was one of them. So Warrior Ash was driving the car, we had a little bit of a mishap with the car then. But yeah, it's flipped over. And two of the teammates are still in the windmill, I think. Looting up there. Anyway, I run to this fire to turn it on, because my fear is high. I know the demon's going to be returning soon. Once you complete a relic battle, the demon gets exercised to a further region of the map. But it doesn't take them long to get back to you. As you can see, he's back now. That possessed unit in particular can be quite lethal if it locks onto you. It's quite annoying, to be honest. Anyway, we're trying to make our way to the next relic, but he's trying to slow us down. I think we're slightly split up on this little bit. I think the warrior is ahead of us. He's gone ahead of us. So there's 4 classes on this game, as I mentioned. There's a hunter, a support, a leader, and a warrior. When you saw the demon's face appear on the screen just like that a second ago, that means that they demon dash you. It's kind of like a jump scare for you, But if they land the demon dash, it will not only put your fear up, but obviously it gives them the opportunity to possess you, and it gives them a lot of infernal energy. The demon has to float around collecting these red orbs, which we can't see, and they're called infernal energy. And that's what provides them with the... that's kind of like their currency to do things, basically. Anyway, we jump into the car, and we're going to try and make our way to the second objective. It's taken us a little while. But at the same time, I was aware, I believe, that Warrior Ash was kind of looting. So it was cool. I knew that he was probably looting and getting items. It can be quite annoying when you're playing with random people in particular and they keep splitting up and going off in different directions, or one person goes off to loot by themselves and they're not taking part in the objectives. That can be annoying. But when you're playing with a group of people who know what they're doing, mostly these guys here seem to know what they're doing, then you don't have to suffer with that too much. And occasionally one of you can break away from the pack and do a bit of additional scouting for loot, or sometimes you can even split up to confuse the demons somewhat. Anyway, we've arrived at the second relic now. We're going to get the dagger, and it's the same as before. We have to fight for like 2 minutes in this blue circle, and then we'll get the dagger, which will then allow us to take on the Dark Ones. The Dark Ones are like a boss that are on the map, and you can't damage them until you've got the relic completed, which is actually like a dagger that you zap them with, and you'll see that later. So they're dropping their colas for me because I'm the support. Always drop your colas for your support. I mean, it's okay to keep one by yourself, but if your support requests a cola, they probably need it, so give it to them. There's nothing worse than when you need to heal the whole team and then somebody drinks a cola all by themselves, because obviously that will just heal them because they're not a support character. It's kind of selfish. Let the support heal the whole team. There are some situations where you do want to drink a cola by yourself, because let's say I drink the cola, it will give us all some health back. But if Scotty drank the cola, it would give him more health back, but it wouldn't heal the rest of the team. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, if the support requests a cola, please give it to them. Anyway, we've got Scotty and Arthur here, and Warrior Ash went down. He was separated from us, and that could have worked to this demon's advantage, because it's 3 versus the 1 demon now. And just being down one person can be a lot of trouble sometimes, but we're doing good here. That the guy playing as Scotty, he's a pretty good player, and to be honest, the guy playing Arthur is good as well. So these two guys know what they're doing, and hey, I know what I'm doing, so we're doing okay. We just gotta survive it out. Nearly done, and we'll get a purple chest for completing this. And I think there's 3 pink Fs in a purple chest. There's 4 different chest types. There's the regular chest with low grade loot and 1 pink F. Then there's the blue chest that has 2 pink Fs and a slightly better piece of loot. And then you get the purple chest, as you can see there. It had a purple grenade launcher in it. And then you get the orange legendary chest, which are a lot harder to discover. You don't find them very often. Not usually anyway. There's the occasional game where you'll get an abundance, but it's quite rare. So we're doing some quick looting up here. Now at this stage the map will start to get smaller, it will shrink. Evil fog will start to engulf around the edges of the map. So we've got to run to the objective and zap the Dark Ones. Now because Warrior died quite far from us, or maybe he just runs off ahead of us. I know he splits up from us again. He's nowhere to be seen in a minute, because I did watch this video back just once, to see if it was an interesting game. And I know that the warrior... Oh yeah, the lumberjack axe. I take the lumberjack axe. It's easily one of the best melee weapons in the game. It's got great damage. It's really... It does a lot of damage per swing. You can get a lot done with the lumberjack axe. Yeah, so the demon player is actually focusing on us, trying to slow us down. Yeah, I think he was trying to get us trapped by the storm, slow us down so the storm will engulf us and kill us. Because at this point, if the storm gets us, we're dead. There's no coming back from that. Usually, there's no coming back from that. So I think he's just trying to slow us down. And I don't know if he realised that Warrior Ash was heading towards the objective. And if you look at the red triangle kind of shape at the top, it's starting to deplete. The red is depleting, and that is because Warrior Ash is zapping the dark ones. He's killing the boss basically, but the demon player is busy trying to kill us, so he's not able to prevent Warrior Ash from killing the boss. In hindsight, it might have been better if he just went over there and caused chaos for Warrior Ash rather than try to slow us down, because as you can see, it didn't really work much. When you're playing as Baal, that particular demon, honestly, you want to try and get the survivors dead before this portion of the game. This is not the strongest suit for a Baal demon. You don't want him to you don't want your survivors to reach end game, is what I'm saying. You want to kill them before we reach this point. He's not the best at attacking and destroying the book. So he's nearly finished killing the boss. You can see the beam is zapping the boss, the dark ones. Now we have 2 minutes to protect this book from being destroyed. And this is what I'm talking about here, where Baal is not the best at inflicting damage on this book. Having said that, this player, he does a good job and he almost destroys it, as you see coming up. So I'm here. All I'm really doing at this point is healing the team and just trying to keep all the AI units off their back so they can focus on the actual player possessing the units. Occasionally I'll join in and give him a thwack, but for the most part I'm just trying to keep them shielded and healed and get rid of the AI units so they've not got too much on the plate to deal with. This part's actually quite fun. This game can get very tense. Some matches get very tense, and after the game ends you feel like that adrenaline rush kind of drop. You feel that drop of adrenaline. You feel it in your body. But yeah, I've not played this game for I've not played the game since 2023 now. Part of me would like to play it again, go back to it and play it again, but I've played so many hours of it, I feel like I'm satisfied, and I've got so much footage to upload to YouTube as well. Mostly from my own memories, not because my subscribers are interested in it, just because I want to upload it for my own memories. Because I assume one day the server will go down and it'll be good to have footage of the game. So we actually spawned his boss unit, Baal, in right at the end to try and do some damage on the book, but didn't really do a lot. But you can see the book, a lot has been done to it in total. He has damaged a lot in total, and you have to try and block the enemies from hitting the book. And luckily we managed to slow and block him down just enough that he doesn't destroy it. I think he did really well. The demon player did really well though, to be honest, because this is not the easiest part, as I mentioned. And there you go, we won. That was a good game. That was. I liked that one. So I hope you enjoyed. Whether you know anything about Evil Dead the game or not, I just think I'm going to upload some footage like this and just comment. Anyway, thanks for watching.